it because I think for those who are thinking not to get jabbed, right? They can go with the alternative of taking the pill because I think, it's again, it's a shield for them. So I don't see why they cannot take them or.
Right. So let's further discuss it for the next hour because
Okay,
we're going
then.
to have the live report from Indonesia, right?
Of
Rahma?
course, you're so right. Right now, 8 confirmed Omicron cases here in Indonesia.
The government has taken preventive measures, the first being week-long lockdowns at the emergency hospitals for COVID-19, Wisma Atlet Kemayoran, Jakarta, and the Nagrak flat complex.
Some of the returning travelers will have to wait for a while before they are able to go into quarantine. In addition, the Nagrak complex is now preparing for foreign arrivals. And our own reporter Aris Satya is at the location to the live report on the latest development. Hello, Aris. What is the latest development there?
Yes, okay, Akhir. So the Wisma Nagrak or the Nagrak flat currently is already designated as the centralized quarantine zone for the foreign arrival, and this is the decision taken by the government after the Omicron variant detected inside the RSDC Wisma Atlet or the Wisma Atlet emergency hospital, and then the hospital went locked down. And previously, the Nagrak flat prepared as a backup quarantine area during the previous variant, including the Delta COVID-19 variant 1. But after the Omicron detected, Nagrak flat is designated as a centralized quarantine zone as a part of anticipation the spread of Omicron variant, and the area are already prepared with amenities for quarantine and also the health services that are required for all people who went the quarantine in Nagrak flat. And that building, that blue and white building, already prepared 3,500 beds for quarantine and able to increase to 4,000 beds if needed. And currently in Nagrak flat, there are 1,852 people under quarantine. 912 of them are men and 940 of them are women, and most of them are the Indonesian migrant workers. Akhir.
Now, can you tell us who is eligible to be quarantined? Are foreigners or leisure travelers allowed?
Yes, the Nagrak flat Jakarta currently dedicated for Indonesian immigrant workers, students, and also government officials, or also known as ASN, and the area dedicated for them to spread all people who undergo foreign arrival quarantine from Omicron case, and of course to anticipate the spread of Omicron variant. And for the Omicron variant, all the anticipation already taken by this quarantine zone. And for foreign travelers or for leisure, especially from outside Indonesia, the quarantine place are designated in hotels. And also want to add some information for people who go to quarantine in designated or central quarantine areas such as Nagrak flat in here, the cost will be paid by the government. But for the hotel quarantine, the costs are borne independently.
Okay. Aris, with Rahma here speaking, how long will the mandatory quarantine for travelers last, in your opinion?
Okay, Rahma, according to the latest traveling protocols, the duration for foreign arrival is 10 days if the travelers arrived from non-Omicron detected country, and the duration will be 14 days from Omicron detected countries. The countries are South Africa, Botswana, Hong Kong, Angola, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Eswatini, and Lesotho. Speaking about the cost for 10 days or 14 days quarantine in this area, the government will pay, of course, the quarantine, and including all the amenities and the health services. And at the 9th of the 10 days or the 13th days for the 14 days, they will take RT-PCR swab test. If the result negative, they may go continue their journey in Indonesia. And this quarantine duration regulation not only for Nagrak flat, but also for all designated quarantine zone.
Right. Aris, this is the last question for you. If an Omicron case is found, will they be transferred to another facility?
Yes, Akhir. Currently is yes, they will transfer if there is a detected the new variant in this quarantine zone. The patient will be transported carefully to receive more intensive health care. This is because the number of health workers in Nagrak flat are limited, and to anticipate that, the evacuation teams and plans already prepared by all the authorities in the Nagrak flat. But for the first aid, health workers and health facility already standing by in the quarantine area. From the latest official updates, fortunately, there is no detected Omicron from the quarantine area until now. Akhir.
Okay, so Aris Satya from Rusun Nagrak here in Indonesia. Thank you very much for your report. Stay healthy, stay safe. Yes, and guys.